In just a few short days, Wrestlepalooza will be on our screens as the first WWE PLE to air live on ESPN. So, of course, before we even get into the predictions, I have to ask, have you gotten your ESPN subscription? Or are you planning to watch through other means? If this is your first time here, hi, I'm Clarissa, and I am just a person who happens to love to talk about wrestling while also being just a tiny bit glam. Though, not so much today. We're going to try to keep this one pretty quick because I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of 50-50 on this card. There's things that I am extremely excited about, and then there's things that I'm just kind of, we'll see what happens. So why not just start with that most anticipated match? And that would be the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins teaming with his wife Becky Lynch to take on CM Punk and the returning AJ Lee in her very first match in 10 years. I'm not gonna lie, I really have been enjoying this feud and the matching couple fits, even though AJ Lee and CM Punk are just wearing the same shirt. It counts. I'm loving it. This is the perfect way to get AJ Lee back into in-ring action because not only is she with her husband, someone that she's extremely comfortable with, but Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, who I would think are some of the safest workers in the ring. So it's the perfect opportunity for AJ to get back into the swing of things, to knock any ring rust that might still be there off and show people exactly who AJ Lee is. This past Monday on Raw saw Becky give us quite the swerve when Seth tried to steal CM Punk's line by saying, I won't hit a lady, but I got someone who will. Becky dipped. Becky was like, yo, you got us into this. I'm not doing anything. And in that moment, I had to agree with her. It was Seth who accepted this match. He didn't even talk to Becky. And I really thought for just a second she was going to leave him. Becky swerved us, got in the ring, and probably gave us one of the nastiest manhandle slams known to man. Now, of course, I have to give Miss AJ Lee her credit because she sold that move like no one's business. And that just made me even more excited for the match itself. But of course, someone must win. And this is one I'm 50-50 on, but I'm going to go with CM Punk and AJ Lee for the win. I don't know. AJ can't lose her first match back, can she? But even if she does, the excitement and the enjoyment of this match is going to sell it for me way more than anything else. Like, the winner doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I need the match. I need the graps. I need Seth Rollins and a Black Widow. Please and thank you, AJ. Please and thank you. For me, this is probably going to be one of the most entertaining matches of the night, and it's not even close. Not best matches, the most entertaining. But I do think with the individuals that we have in this match, it's going to be up there with match of the night. Drew McIntyre will finally face off against the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Cody returned this past Friday on SmackDown to save his mentor Randy Orton from a brutal attack from Drew McIntyre. And look, this is one I'm going to need a series. I think the best thing for this title, for Cody, for Drew, is to carry this on into a series. Because truthfully, I think no one does a good series like Drew McIntyre. I mean, except for maybe Roman Reigns, but beside the point. I really did enjoy the CM Punk Drew McIntyre feud. I've enjoyed majority of Drew McIntyre's feuds, even if I don't necessarily like his character. But then again, he's a heel, so I'm not supposed to like him. He's doing his job. I really do have high hopes for this match. I do expect Cody Rhodes to retain though. There's not a world that I see Drew McIntyre pulling this off at. I'm so sorry. I love Drew. I do think that Drew deserves another chance as champion. He did have his reign during COVID, so he missed out on some of the best moments of being a champion. And I would like to see him get that. Will he take it off of Cody by the end of this feud? I don't know. But I do see Cody winning this first one. I need them to run it back though, because I need a stipulation. This match deserves a stipulation so badly. And I just know that the two of them will kill it. I don't care if it's Hell in a Cell. I don't care if it's No Holds Barred. I don't care if it's Last Man Standing. I would like a stipulation. If you're a fan of this channel, be proud of me for not seeing 3 Stages of Hell because I'm giving up. They're not going to give me a 3 Stages of Hell match. It's just not going to happen. So I'm just going to give up with hopes that maybe me giving up gets me that stipulation at some point down the road. But who knows? I will mention that there's one match that I kind of expected to be added to the card, but with the injury status, I know it's not. I was really hoping to see Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, and Nia Jax face off in a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany just passed 250 days as of recently, and is it still Tiffany time? I don't know. My girl's still on the shelf, so like I need Jade to make some moves or something. But I also think that triple threat is the perfect way to get the title off of Tiffany if that is the goal. Tiffany has put on some really great matches as champion, so I'm not mad at that. I just wish that the writing outside of the ring matched what happened inside of the ring, if that makes sense. But I genuinely thought they would do that because if you want to get the title off of Tiffany while still making her look good and strong, you have someone else pinned for that title, which would be Nia or Jade. I believe Tiffany suffered a concussion after her match with Jade, so obviously wishing her the absolute best in her healing journey. I really can't wait to see what's next after Jade and Nia if she comes out still champion. Back to the actual Wrestlepalooza show, we are going to get a new Women's World Champion on Saturday when Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer face off against each other. Number one, match of the night. I'm calling it. This will be the match of the night because these two women are going to absolutely kill it. I am quite excited to see these two in the ring. I believe they've had 2 matches so far and each one has ended with some form of interference. And if I'm absolutely honest, I expect this match to end the same way. In fact, my real expectation is that Stephanie Vaquer will walk out holding that women's world title because Asuka cost Io Sky. There's been so much back and forth drama between Io and Asuka that it makes me question if that's what's going to happen or if Asuka's going to wait, let Io get that title and then take it off of her. And I'm really 50-50. I genuinely think it could go either way. Either of these women could win. If we want such a deep feud with Asuka and Io, which is probably the best feud for the women we got right now, then Io should win because that means Asuka's probably going to get either a chance at that title or hold that actual title before the year is up. The only reason I'm leaning more towards Stephanie winning is because the Asuka and Io storyline seems to also have Rhea and Kari involved. So I'm thinking there's going to be, some tag matches in the future. We could even possibly be watching the build for the Women's War Games match because that would give us Rhea, Io, AJ Lee on one team with Becky, Kari, and Asuka on another team. And I'm really not mad at that. Either way, I genuinely do think this one can go either way. However, I'm going to go with Stephanie just because I've absolutely been loving Stephanie. Honestly, before she even got to the main roster, if you know me, you know I don't watch NXT every single week. I pretty much keep up with it through Twitter and clips because, baby, wrestling is a full-time job. If you watch it every day, that's another job. I be tired, okay? I'm so sorry. But I have loved Stephanie since the first time I seen her wrestle. I just think she's so entertaining. I love her in the ring. And I'm ready to see what Stephanie could do with the title run. However, I cannot deny that Io versus Asuka for a title would eat down badly. So I don't really think there's a bad choice in this. But just so we're clear, hold that title because Mama Caution is coming back. That's Naomi's title. And she will be grabbing that as soon as we drop Baby Uso. Just so we're clear. In our second tag match of the night, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker will face off against the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. And I am nervous and I might just lose my mind watching this match. Me and Jay have been beefing for the last 2 Mondays. Because why are you talking to Jimmy like that? Y'all are brothers. Y'all are supposed to love each other. Talk to somebody else like that if you want to get your Roman fix out. But not Jimmy. Not Jimmy. I'm wondering if LA Knight will be involved in this match at all since him and Jay have obviously had some back and forth going on. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Usos arguing during this match because they have been at odds. They really haven't been on the same page since Jimmy came to save Jay. Jay is quite obviously keeping secrets since he won't tell Jimmy who he was on the phone with. And Jimmy just seems like he does not want to go through another tyrant like Roman Reigns, and especially not in his twin brother. Because of everything that's going on, I full on expect the Usos to lose this Saturday, and it pains me to say this. Once again, we're building towards that War Game match. We already know it's pretty much probably going to be the Vision, and then there's going to be CM Punk and the OG Bloodline with Roman Reigns returning. Who will be the other members of either of those teams? Let's be real, LA Knight is more than likely going to join that OG Bloodline team if he can get over the fact that Roman is there. Maybe not. I'm going to vote for Jacob Fatu though. Okay. That's really besides the point. I do see the Usos losing this Saturday. It's quite unfortunate. I don't really know if I see them getting on the same page prior to Wrestlepalooza. And in all honesty, Roman going to have to come back and figure out what he did to cause this rift this time. And the main event will be one of John Cena's very last appearances. As of Wrestlepalooza, I believe he will be down to 5, just 5 more days until John Cena is leaving us forever. I am not a fan of Brock Lesnar, so I don't really have much to say about this match. I'm hoping this is a one and done situation. I don't want to see the last 5 days ate up in this one feud when there's so much potential for John Cena. I still want John and AJ. I still want John and Dom. I still would even like an interaction between John and Seth. There's so many things that we have left, and we really don't have a lot of time. So he needs one and done feuds right now. Fight once, move on to the next person. Fight once, move on to the next person. So I'm hoping John pulls off a win, because I don't really want to see John pin too many times in these last 5 days. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that really is our Wrestlepalooza card. If I miss something, I'll make sure I edit it in, because y'all know my brain and y'all know how we operate over here. Let me know down in the comments which match you are looking forward to the most and which prediction you think I got wrong. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notifications so you're notified every time I post. Until the last bell rings, bye guys.